Time for another Sci-Fi Fantasy Saturday. And today, we're saving time. Hopefully I'll save you a little bit of time, but if you're watching this, then maybe not. This game here, Saving Time, is a time-traveling game where you're going back in time, changing the past or correcting the past so it doesn't mess up the future. It's a family game for 1 to 4 players. There's 3 reasons why I picked this up. Number 1, I found it in my bargain hunting efforts, so the price was right. Number 2, it is a number 1 game, meaning it can be played solo. And number 3, I like the theme. I've always liked time travel and was always fascinated with it, even going back to the old Time Machine. It was like Rod Taylor was in that, and then of course Guy Pearce did a remake of that. It's been done many times over the years, different time travel type movies, but the one that was kind of loosely based on H.G. Wells has been. Oh well, in fact, there was a movie where H.G. Wells was in it, chasing Jack the Ripper. It was Time After Time or something like that. I saw that back in the theater and thought it was not so bad. Anyway, here is the back of the box here. A lot going on here. But this is basically a card game. 30 minutes to play, 10 plus age for playing, and 1 to 4 players. A time travel game for 1 to 4 players. An alien is altering our history. It is up to you alone or with the help of other time agents to correct history and capture the alien. Can you save humanity? Easy to learn with quick turns. Saving Time includes 6 characters and 25 historical tiles. Future releases of time tiles will ensure the game variety for years to come. Watch 8th Summit website for more. So I have to check this out. I don't know if there has been any updates on these historical tiles, but some time travel games that try to have some basis in our timeline and in our history, meaning the human race, takes this approach of having actual historical events, and there could be things that change them, and that's one thing that I'm always interested in looking at time travel games is how do they simulate that? Do they have it branch off into alternate timelines? Do they just have it where it's this kind of a static event and either it happened or it didn't happen, but it doesn't necessarily have a ripple effect? And I might do a whole exploration of just time travel games. I don't have a ton of them, but I have a few. I have picked up quite a few over time. But a lot of them take different approaches to, what is the effect of time travel and what's the ripple effect or, the butterfly effect as what you might have. So anyway, so this one looks like it's having some historical tiles, and there'll be something that happens to them that you have to put them back in place. So let's go back to here. That's a good thought. I should do an exploration on time travel games. So here we go. Here is the box, and good decent. I mean, not an overly large box, but I don't know if it needed to be this size of box for the contents, because as you see here, it's basically a deck of cards here. We have some standees. We have some bags. We have some, don't know what these are, a little bit smaller cards. We have player actions, so there's 4 of these. So these are kind of your player aids. You got a time run, time jump, research history, study area, clear face-up cards and replace, take and give 1 or 2 cards, remove a time ripple effect token, so there's your time ripples, resolve a crisis task. And don't know if they looks like they're the same on both sides. Don't know if there's I don't know if there's any differences between them, but they're dual tool side, a little bit thicker stock. And we've got the rules here. We'll take a look at that here in a second. Ooh, we got all kinds of stuff. Oh, we got a lot of punch outs here. So all the tiles are going to be thick stock. So here is the headquarters. You got some question mark tiles there with some symbols. We have, these are ripple effects here. Here's those standees. These are the standees for these bases here. So these are your different characters you can play. And if anybody has any experience with this, please chime in. So there's ancient Egypt, ancient Greece, ancient Rome, ancient Babylon. A lot of symbology here, but I imagine it's not overly complicated. Okay, they're double-sided. There's a void token that came out here. So they come out relatively easy. So these different colors might be different ages. So gold is maybe the ancients, and then green is, it's like industrial time period. Age of Enlightenment, Age of Invention, Industrial Revolution. Okay. Oh, they do come out pretty easy there. Then we have red. These look like more warlike type things. Holy Roman Empire, the Crusades, Mongol Empire, Viking, Age of Chivalry. So maybe they're not necessarily by period. The colors don't represent period. Maybe they represent different aspects. Like ancient, maybe the gold might be the beginning. Green, like industrial and enlightenment, and these red are combat or militaristic aspects. Then we got future stuff, or modern day stuff: atomic age, information age, modern medicine, space age, world at war. It's kind of cool. I mean, the tiles are, the imagery is crisp. The icons are very large, easy to read. Then we've got Age of Discovery, Mining Empire, no, Ming Empire, sorry. Renaissance. So they might be periods. I don't know. I have to read up on that. There we go. Now let's look at the rules a little bit here before we get too ahead of ourselves on what this is all about. So there's the introduction. Oh, let's look. I always start at the back, don't I? Rules are 11 pages. Here's some stuff about the time agents. So you get a little bit of bio, but they have special abilities. Since they're standees, I wonder if there's like a card that you have off to the side to know what their special abilities are. Rules to remember. So 11 pages. Now we can go to the front, now that we know what the end looks like. Got your, sorry for the glare. Got your overview, components, standalone, standard game setup, winning the game, playing the game, and time agents. We looked at the time agents. So here's, you got 25 time tiles. We looked at those. Void tiles, headquarters, all that. Here's cards. You got time agents and agent tokens, skill cards, crisis cards, ripple tokens, alien capture. That's not good. Player aid cards, resolve tokens, and clue tokens. Cool. Here's standard game setup. This is what it's going to look like. Kind of have your tableau there. So you have ancient, medieval, early modern, modern, and contemporary. So there, that's what the different colors. So yellow, ancient, red, medieval, blue, early modern, green, modern, and orange is contemporary. So I was right with my gut. And I started second guessing myself, and look what happened. I'm wrong. Here's winning the game, playing the game, there's this alien phase. So you have this, that's who's messing with time, is these aliens. So that's what you're going back to correct. So I guess there's going to be tiles in Crisis. I wonder if they're on this side, maybe that's the Crisis side. And then this is the fixed side, maybe. Or correct side, something like that. repaired side. Rewards after resolving tiles in Crisis. And rules to remember. So it doesn't look that complicated. A lot of text, but the pages are small. So there you have that. Let's look at these small cards first. So I think these are the alien cards. I think that's the alien. So maybe this is maybe the AI deck, maybe. I have to read up on that, of course. See what that's about. Again, if anybody has played this, knows about this, please chime in. My problem is that I look up and about these games, especially if I'm getting ready to pick it up out of a bargain or a sale or something like that. But then it takes a while before I actually get it to the table to film, and then I forget what I learned about the game. I just know that I knew enough to know that I wanted to try it out. So here's time agents. So these are your different time agents. It's got Slipstream, you've got Loki, Jeopardy, Tin Man, Backspace, and Firestorm. Pretty cool. So they have their special abilities here. So you're going to have a standee and you'll have this card, so you know what their special abilities are. Okay. Then we've got skill. These are different skills here. So these are different. These are tied to the different ages. It looks like medieval, early modern. It's got influence, combat, culture, politics, science, technology, then wild. And then they're tied to these different periods. So anyway, so maybe you can only play skills if you in that period as you're jumping around in time. So these are Crisis. So this just tell you where the crisis is at. Ancient Babylon, ancient India. So these may be tied to those cards, or those tiles, I should say. These are all your different crises. Time is on your side. Do not flip a time tile. Okay, that's cool. So it's kind of like maybe a little bit of a pandemic kind of thing there, that you draw from that deck to see where the crisis is at, and sometimes you might have some saving graces cards that you don't have to flip a tile in that case. So anyway, well, that is what you get in a box of Saving Time. Looks interesting to me. Love to know what you all think. Man, just holding this up and poking out tiles here all over the place. So let's go back out here a little bit. Get my bags. There we go. Put those there. You don't need to see the baggies. Anyway, there you have it. Let's do this. There we go. There. That is what you get in a box of Saving Time here on Sci-Fi Fantasy Saturday. Love to know your thoughts on this game or on time travel games in general. Or if you want to talk about time travel, if you know something about it, then I'm all ears. So anyway, love to know your thoughts. Thank you so much for stopping by. The best way I know you stop by is by letting me know your thoughts. Put some comments down below. Share with others. Let us know what you think about this game or other time travel games, or again, time travel in general, especially if you figured it out. Anyway, take care. Thanks for watching.